Diaz on. I hate when that happens.
I'm talking about how I can or can't smoke meth. People are gonna have questions.
They should have questions.
Welcome to episode 13 of On Tap with Southside Collection. I'm Garrett Horvath. And sitting with me as always is Carlos Diaz. Carlos, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing.
You're just doing.
I'm just doing, yeah.
It must have been a good week.
Let's not get into my week. Let's get into the topics.
Well, this week started on Saturday, especially if last week was as awful for you as it was for many Americans. So on Saturday, we had a twofer. UFC 205, which we will crack into a little bit, and Dave Chappelle hosting Saturday Night Live, which I want to get into first.
What did you think about it?
It was awful. No, it was awesome.
Terrible.
It was
terrible.
You know, it was just really racist. The attack on the white male is real. Christmas is at war.
No, it was really good. I will say that I liked his opener. Like, I hadn't seen an opener that good in since Louis C.K. did his stand up.
That's exactly what it brought me back to.
And I don't want to say that his stand up was better than Louis C.K. because we're not comparing comedians.
I think he got the ability to do it at a very good time as well.
That's what I probably said it last week too. Dave Chappelle is really good at bridging a gap between with race relations and stuff like that. And I feel like this was a great week for him to host. And then Donald Trump won the election, so it was even better for him to host because people needed that.
Like how you said, he is really good at bridging that gap, but it is because if you were to be offended by anything, like Dave Chappelle says, and think he's one ended of it,
he was never for you.
You're just just easily offended at that point.
And
Starbucks cups upset you if that's how deep it goes for you.
He actually did do a skit with Chappelle Show characters too. That was great.
Many, and I think he pretty much brought all of them that I wanted to see anyway, and then there had been a couple that I could have wished for. Samuel Jackson, of course.
It's kind of like when I left Watch the Throne, I was like, man, we could have heard this. But we still heard everything else.
You got to hear everything else, but you're still like, man, that would have been great if Prince showed up.
He did a very good job with the monologue. There was a couple fumbles during the skits, but the skits were actually usually how SNL works is they pack their best skits and then they'll at the front end and then they'll put one or two
after.
And there was not a lot of misses.
No, there weren't. I think I was getting a little eerie whenever they had that the bad skit. And then they literally turned it into Inside SNL. I was like, thank God,
that was perfect
bro,
too because I thought Leslie Jones was just fucking it up.
Right, I was like, this is live television. You're fucking up. But, I didn't even get a chance yet to go online where they put the other skits that they don't air.
I saw that one. There wasn't enough time for it. It was fucking hilarious.
All right, cool.
It was a motel painting with a duck, two ducks and a swan, and they just zoom into it, and Dave Chappelle's the swan, and they're like, you don't do enough, and he's like, I look good, I make people come to this pond. It was actually very funny.
All right, I'm gonna have to get into those.
And the Tribe Called Quest killed it.
Fuck yeah,
the Tribe Called Quest smashed it.
They did. They honored Fife perfectly.
It was really good. And then they even brought out Consequence and Busta Rhymes.
Yes, they did. And it's not like they were a big part of it. They literally just came on for the end of it, but it was just nice to see them all together.
Well, Consequence is Q-Tip's cousin, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. And then Busta is just
extended family. Yeah.
Exactly. So that was just overall just a badass episode.
Very. I thought Lin-Manuel Miranda was gonna win the fucking Emmy for guest hosting up until this point. Now it's a competition.
I'm just glad that Dave Chappelle didn't go in on his opener wasn't a song. That gets me. I'm like, okay, I get it. You were here to host and not do anything talented in your opener.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Do a song, I guess. Also on Saturday though. UFC 205.
I lost.
That was such a fucking card.
Man, wasn't it? Even with the Donald Cerrone fight falling off of the card, the Rashad Evans fight falling off the card, that just got us to the fucking title fights quicker, really.
Exactly. I remember looking at you while we were at Woodrow's wait, we're already here. We're already at Joanna.
Yeah.
All right, cool. This is going to happen. And
the Joanna fight was very dope, man.
Yes.
Two Polish chicks just going the fuck in on each other.
Carolina, man, she came out of that a real champion, in the sense of now she gets way more fans. People respect her for the what she was able to take.
Yeah.
And then it's obvious Joanna's still just a badass champion.
No, there's not a lot of women that can stand in the octagon with Joanna and for 2 rounds.
What's her last name again?
5. Young Jake Chick.
Oh. Okay.
Don't ask me how to say Carolina's last name. I cannot pronounce that shit.
Carolina K.
There we go. But yeah, not a lot of women in the UFC can literally bang with her for that long. 5 rounds, it was incredible, man.
Yeah, and there's actually a spot where she shook her a little bit. So
I was just about to ask you, what round was that? That was like the third or fourth round. Yeah, she landed a good shot, but couldn't really capitalize on it.
Yeah, Joanna she controlled the fight for the most part.
Yeah,
she retained the belt. She's a badass, man.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that Carolina was going to have her like up against the cage.
Yeah.
And Joanna was not afraid to take it to the cage. Like, her back was on the cage for probably 5 seconds at a time before she shifted out and had Carolina on her back on the cage. It was really...
Overall, like, it just shows how far... I mean, Ronda Rousey had a lot to do with this, but it also just shows how far and how deep the talent goes in women's MMA that, like... isn't at the core or like up at the front yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming. Like you got to see them at Madison Square Garden like fucking beating each other.
Yeah.
Like, and just like that was the other main like point that a lot of people touch on after is since it was so illegal to do MMA in New York, everyone came out alive.
Yeah, like, that was the big thing,
Chris Weidman was the most touched up, and he still came out and answered questions. I mean, he answered them sideways
if
like
you
this,
didn't
so you couldn't see his face.
Yeah, if you didn't know, I saw that face. If you didn't see the Chris Weidman, I think he was shooting for a takedown.
And then got a
Yoel Romero,
directly out of Cuba.
Oh, my God, dude. The side of his head was gushing. It looked like a movie prop.
And if that wasn't enough, he literally landed the knee and jumped on him with the quickness.
Yeah.
And it was like he had fucking magnets in his fist to his chin because he was hardly looking at it, and his fucking hand just finds the chin like that.
That was another thing we talked about too. Is their wrestling and they're two different styles.
Two different styles
of
great.
Romero was so fucking quick, man.
The quickest. And he even called out Bisping afterwards. He's like, you remember when you... I'm not going to try to do my Yoel Romero. He called him out for calling him
I want to hear you
practice
Yoel
with wrestling.
Off the screen.
So Bisping, Yoel Romero, if it goes deep, I think it'll be a good, like, overall good fight and maybe goes in Bisping's favor. But if
Bisping said he's going to retire once he loses.
Really?
He's basically, this is his last stand, He's going to defend the title until he loses.
Bisping, when he was in New York, was on the Legion of Skanks podcast I listened to. Hilarious.
Yeah?
Dude, that's a character, dude. He's a great...
He's been a character,
he's a great analyst, like, for UFC, but fuck, is he funny.
To hear that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, like, he wasn't afraid to tell him either, like, y'all aren't being funny right now. Like, shut the fuck up. You're wasting my time. I came out here for, like, 2 days, and this is what I decided to spend my time doing. And so...
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, he just checked Luis Gomez a couple times, and it was pretty hilarious.
And then there was the Tyron Woodley Wonder Boy fight.
Yeah, and
that was a motherfucker and brawl.
Yeah, man.
I don't agree. It ended up in a draw. It ended up with Tyron Woodley literally winning by 1 point, but then it was like a misread. Like
there
was
Steve
a lot
Harvey
of going
jokes
on.
Came flying. Almost ASAP.
And so, if you didn't watch it, they announced Tyron Woodley as the winner by like
split decision.
Oh no, it was
majority.
Majority because there was 2 draws and then he won
by a point.
Yeah, and then literally in the middle of his interview with Joe Rogan, they pull him back, and he's like, No,
I'm keeping this goddamn belt.
He thought they were about to take it from him, and then they called the draw.
He was so afraid to get rid of his belt, and then at the end of the night, still had to give up his belt. So Conor McGregor.
We'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll definitely get to that. But I don't believe that Tyron Woodley's fight was a draw.
I don't know.
I can see like literally, I came back from paying my tab, and I was like, that might be a draw, but.
Tyron Woodley one round that was a 10-8 and he could have had a 10-7, but he still had control. Especially when you hear afterward what his game plan was.
Yeah,
he did exactly that and succeeded.
Yeah,
like, Wonder Boy pretty much abandoned punching.
He said that he was hesitant to cut him off. He said I didn't want to cut off Tyron Woodley and then like jump the gun.
Yeah.
And like you can't jump the gun if you never fucking loaded it, man.
Exactly.
He never loaded the gun.
I think if Woodley stuck to wrestling for more of it, because in that first round he cracked his nose open.
Yeah.
He just if he sticks to that a little bit more, he gets maybe 1 or 2 more rounds and then decisively wins and keeps his belt. He still has the belt. And he gets to fight him again.
The rematch is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Hell, there's depending on the medical suspensions, there's a slew of cards that are going to be on next year. One of them, which could be the Houston card. They have to bring Houston talent. It's going to be the weekend of the Super Bowl on the Saturday of the Super Bowl,
and that's smart. That's very smart.
And they should bring a title fight. It's going to be on Fox.
There has to be one.
Yeah,
I'm calling it now. They give our boy Derek Lewis the UFC heavyweight title.
Oh, that would be crazy.
He said when he wins it, he comes on here and he brings the belt. I think he goes to Joe Rogan first.
Yeah.
Then he comes over here and he's
probably not high on that priority list.
True.
And then we had the main event, the piece.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like it was
the coup de grace. I'm just gonna keep using that word until I get it right.
There we go. It was, in simple words, amazing. It was two champions, the featherweight champion against the lightweight champion. And
you knew history was going to be made.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's the main event in Madison Square Garden. And these guys went to war. Eddie Alvarez, I respect the fuck out of him more because he did not make an excuse afterwards.
Yep. He said exactly what he did wrong and just owned it.
Yeah.
And
like a lot of people
let McGregor have his moment. Sorry.
And he lost his title, you know? He lost his title. A lot of people fight for far less and lose far worse, and they'll make an excuse.
Yeah.
Whereas Eddie Alvarez was like, honestly, I wanted to wrestle him. I couldn't take him down, and I had to box him up a little bit, and he outboxed me, and I didn't want to be there with him boxing. Doesn't get any more honest than that. Like, he did not fucking lie. He said that he respects him more. He is talented. Like no, I don't think anyone that Conor McGregor has fought has given him that much respect afterwards.
Yeah.
Like
it's
Chad
hard
Mendes kind of did.
The lead-ups to the fight, like, in this one you could tell it was all a show. And, like, that's the McGregor show, or the McGregor show now.
Yeah.
Other than that Nate fight where he came in silent, like, it's going to be that way every time now where he talks all that shit, lets you talk it back, knowing that he's already in your head now that you're talking it back. And then he shows up to the fight dead fucking serious. Yeah. Other than the walk he does to the center of the ring. But it's still, like, you can still tell it's part of the facade of, like...
Shit. Even Conor McGregor, I love Conor McGregor's, like, when they're doing, like, the face-to-face during... in the center of the octagon, because Big John, whoever's the ref, he goes, if you want to touch gloves, touch now, and Conor McGregor never goes first. Like, motherfucker, I'm not going to touch your gloves unless you want to touch my gloves.
Yeah. Make you do it.
I'm not going to let you shoot me down. I fuck with that. Who do you think he has next, man?
To answer the way you did yesterday when I asked.
Yeah.
The UFC.
The UFC.
No, but he really wants the piece of that fucking pie.
In the post-fight, he said he wants shares in the company now. He said, if you want me to continue fighting...
He said, I don't want any pieces of the pay-per-view. I already know what those are going to bring in. Fuck that. I want a piece of... I want equity. Yeah. Like, I want to be set up for life.
And he has he's a two-division champion. He has every right, I guess, to ask for it.
Right. He's so far ahead in the featherweight division that Jose Aldo, the interim champion, wants to quit.
Yeah.
Like, you're still right there, but fuck it.
Shit, he got knocked out in 13 seconds. I would want to quit, too.
Yeah, and then he just walked past Frankie Edgar, or ran away and got the title, the interim title.
I think that but when Conor McGregor fights again in the UFC, it will be at the featherweight division, and if he wants to, because Dana White said that he's not going to keep both titles.
Yeah.
They haven't stripped him of one of them yet, so that's yet to be seen.
No one's proven that they can outlast the opportunity. Like, they'll get themselves there, and then they're like, oh, I broke.
So what I can see happening is Conor McGregor fighting Jose Aldo in Croke Park, maybe in Dublin. Like, Croke Park, that's what he wants.
Yeah, that's a big draw.
But that's a whole other story for a whole nother time.
They're jumping out into a bunch of places. They're gonna do UFC Russia, Japan.
The whole thing with Ireland is they have like laws and stuff like that.
Okay.
And basically it has to be approved. I think like Garth Brooks sold out like 8 nights there, but it was gonna go like past a certain time and they didn't approve it, so they canceled like the whole fucking thing.
That's stupid.
Yeah, so Croke Park, getting Croke Park is it's just as hard as getting Madison Square Garden, you know?
Yeah. Well, speaking of taking sports into different ventures, we got a Houston Texans game on Monday night, so you already know we're going to lose.
In Mexico.
Way. That's about as bad as I'm going to get.
There we go.
I haven't said the R word this week. But we're playing the Raiders, 7:30 on Monday night.
The new Raiders. I'm not even going to call them the Raiders anymore, man. What?
The Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, don't do them like that.
Las Vegas, Nevada Raiders. As they're bringing love back to Oakland. We're out.
And we're out. Yeah. That one guy that does the peace sign and then disappears.
Yeah. I got
That's exactly how it's looking. But I hope they don't go to. I mean, if they do, that's cool.
No, they're going.
I don't have any stake in it either way. But the fact that the Raiders have turned it around with Derek Carr and the wide receivers that they have, like, their defense is spotty, and they're in no way, shape, or form going to win the Super Bowl. Fingers crossed if you're just listening. I'm crossing the fuck out of my fingers. But I think that they are good. They have a team to build on. They really do.
Oh, yeah. They've got the pieces there. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how it all is going to come together and work at the right time with the right team and just with what they've already got. And so we beat the Jags 24-21, so that inspires hope. I got you. I think we look good in the first half, and then they take it for the rest of the ride.
The Raiders?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Look how they – no offense, man, but look how they ran on your Broncos, and we don't have Von Miller. You saw what happened.
No,
Latavius Murray had like 8 touchdowns.
No, he really did. It was incredible to see a defense like the Broncos go down like that.
Yeah, it proved.
But they also have some injuries. But we're not going to talk about the Broncos.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean Zach Wolf got hurt game.
What would have to happen for the Texans to turn up is one, Brock Osweiler.
More than 99 yards.
While we're in Mexico, he needs some huevos. He needs to grow a sack and throw the fucking ball. DeAndre Hopkins is out there and
grinding, becoming the new Andre Johnson.
Fun fact,
inspiring.
We don't have a fact checker here today, but I read this earlier. There is no one in the league that's been targeted. Yeah, there's no one in the league that's been targeted as much
and intercepted.
No, as DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
That is that low in like the overall wide. I think he's like 34th.
They're trying is pretty much what you're saying.
They're trying.
Speaking of trying, before we get out of here for the opener, the Houston Astros today signed Brian McCann, veteran
dope,
catcher.
Man. Yeah.
We finally have one question mark down.
Yes. Jason Castro, get out of here.
Right. The other day when you asked me what pieces I thought we needed, I guess I lied because now that I think about it, we needed a catcher.
Well, that was the thing. I figured that we would literally get stuck there. Like, we would move other pieces around, and then we'd, like, fall into, a comfort zone. We're like, well, Jason Castro wants to be here.
Let's go get one more pitcher or something. Apparently, we're also getting the outfielder from – the last I remember seeing him was the A's. That could still be it, Josh Reddick.
Yeah.
So that's tight. We're actually making moves, at least grabbing players that way.
Which is something we don't really do.
Yeah, and, like, when someone put up a possible lineup for us next season, and it's like, we actually 1 through 9 have – players.
There we go.
People you can kind of depend on.
There we go.
Not going to depend on them too much, though.
Fuck the Rangers.
Fuck
got
them.
This.
That's a shitty fucking shirt you got on, Dave.
Nope.
Fuck the Rangers.
We don't have time for Dave to explain himself off the microphone. Who do we have today representing our brew portion?
We have Elise, the general manager at Axelrad Beer Garden off on Alabama Street. They're fucking killing it.
Yes.
Like, they've been open. I don't want to get the number wrong exactly, but about a year and a half.
Just
about a year and
hold
a half.
Hold up fingers.
A year.
There we go.
Yeah, and, like, in a year, they have completely changed the game over in that area. Like, I've been there on busy, like, Friday nights, and you think, like, one bar gets really busy on a Friday night.
Yeah.
They're, like, double that. They got an outside bar kicking, too. Like,
I remember their soft open.
Yeah.
It looked like a bar, like, without restrooms.
They've done a really good job of without restrooms. That's right.
It was a soft open, but it looked like a packed house.
But, yeah, since then they have gotten restrooms.
Yes.
And have just gotten even better, like, month by month. Like, I just hear people talk about it at my bar, and they're like, yeah, I was there last weekend doing this or that. And I'm like, man.
It surprises me. I know people that don't like craft beer.
Yeah.
But they've been turned on just by the ambiance and in everything that Axelrad has to provide. It's a really cool place.
They already bring you in with, like, the ambiance, and then your friends are going to like being there.
Yeah.
And the idea is you're there, so why wouldn't you get a beer? And
yeah.
I mean, now they have a full bar, their cocktail, wine, beer. There's something there for you.
We got to get more into that later, though.
But who did you get for us?
Oh, man, Seven's healthy this week.
Seven's back.
We were supposed to have Seven on a couple episodes ago. He
Mr. Second Sunday.
Was a little under the weather. But we got him back this time around, and we're going to talk about Second Sunday. He has a couple things. He just put out a video.
That's right. We're going to get a sneak peek at some other treats.
We'll be right back.
And welcome back to On Tap with the Southside Collection. We've got Elise from Axelrad hanging out with us. We're already dying. We're rolling off a solid joke that wasn't on air. And unfortunately, Carlos did his best Garrett Horvath impression, and man, did he kill it.
I did kill it.
It was me on a Saturday and or Sunday.
Don't pigeonhole yourself, man. I can see you doing that any week, any day.
All right. Elise, hammocks, beer, Luigi's Pizza, and gardens. That is what you get right when you go to the website. Is this what you hope to, like, kind of be the Axelrad experience, or is this just what you know you're known for?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, the owners really wanted to create a space that was outdoorsy and kind of like immersed all that is Houston.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they, one of the owners, his name is Monty, he was like really, really, really inspired by Marfa, Texas.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever.
No.
Have you ever heard of Marfa?
No.
I was
gonna
Martha
keep
Texas
playing.
was a porn star.
A good porn star at that, because she.
Yeah. So you're emulating Martha Texas.
Marfa.
Oh.
Fa.
My bad.
It's an acronym.
No, it's like super West Texas, and they've got like it's a really artsy city.
Okay.
And there's I actually took my boyfriend there for 420. What up? This year, and we went to El Cosmico.
Okay.
And it's like this camping ground, so to speak. You can rent like yurts, and they have a hammock grove. They have like renovated retro RVs, and just kind of like coming together, being outside, enjoying your company. Was kind of what the owners wanted to do in Houston.
You definitely get the coming together vibe.
Yeah.
Like just by like the community tables and stuff like that, and then I mean the hammocks are a little more personal, but
yeah, much more personal.
Yeah,
great.
But you definitely get that. Like that's what like you have a great beer selection already. But a lot of people, like, that's one of the first things they say is, you know, we literally come together and just have a good time. And then you see, like, you'll run into someone you know there more than likely.
Very often.
Yes, sir.
Very often. And it's like, the community tables kill it, because it's just like, if they weren't there, it'd just be a huge open patio of just people standing. So why, I mean, the inside bar area is like, it's smaller, and so it's like if everyone's there at the same time, you're gonna be forced to introduce yourself to a couple people, or just be the dick that keeps elbowing people in the back, like, excuse me, no, I'm more important, I deserve my
told
beer.
you, bro, you're not a dick for doing that. You need your drink,
Well, I think it was the elbow drop was what made me come off as a dick.
That's why you're not allowed back at Neil's bar, yeah.
I thought it was all the shit we talked last week on Neil's bar. But yeah, was that something you already you had envisioned as the whole setup was like just laying out a bunch of tables and letting everybody kind of get a chance to meet each other and play some games together?
Yeah, I was brought on once this idea had already been discussed for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have too much say in the vision of the business.
Yeah.
I was just there to kind of follow through and keep it going. But yes, the owners did. They very much so wanted a place in Houston to kind of unite everybody and enrich the neighborhood, somewhere where there's no set demographic, no kind of like clientele that they're trying to seek approval of.
Okay.
They wanted the environment to speak for itself and for people to want to come and enjoy themselves and just hang out. I got you. And then the events and the beer become secondary to that original thing.
And I think that's what kind of helps y'all succeed with the what you bring on tap, or like what you have as possible options to drink while you're there, and the events you do, because people are every week they already want to be there, or like they had already had the idea of being at Axelrad, and then it's like it just seems like the events and the actual idea of Axelrad play so well with each other. Like whenever you see a new one come up, you're like, of fucking course they're doing like movie nights with like cool ass movies, like
double features.
Of course, like this person's performing there. Of course, like they're having this brewery come and hang out, and like I think this past Tuesday you guys had like a representative, Professor Pat from Lagunitas.
Yes, we did. Oh my god, it was so cool.
Yeah.
We actually Axelrad is number one in Lagunitas sales in the state of Texas for privately owned bars.
Okay.
So it doesn't include like chains and all that
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
But so to kind of like thank us and stuff, they flew me out to Beer Circus, which they do every year at their Chicago brewery and in Petaluma.
Okay.
And it's like, it was insane. It was like an adult
circus.
It was,
I saw your Snapchats, and
like I
they
saw
were
Pee Wee
intense.
Herman striptease, and it was insane.
You usually have to pay a movie
like Paul
ticket.
Rubens, Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, or like just someone like a.
Just someone who looked very similar.
Okay, there we go. I was about to say, damn, Paul Rubens, you're
do
I have to?
You usually have to buy like a ticket to go watch 13 Going on 30 or something to see Paul Rubens strip.
Y'all need Jesus. But no, like
was he in 13 Going on 30?
No, he jerked off in that movie theater.
I
don't know what movie it was to though.
It was a porno. Yeah. I'm not gonna defend Paul Rubens for jacking off in a movie theater where there's porn being played.
I also want to know the name of the porn that was
some people say that would probably be like the purpose.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
But fuck it. What do I know?
We derail ourselves.
No, I think it's great that how you said like you weren't part of the building the vision, but you're the person that kind of sets it out day by day and like continues it. And they could not have picked a more perfect person because like
Thank you.
Working with you, like you don't meet anyone you're afraid to talk to. You don't meet anyone that comes out of speaking or like hanging out with you that doesn't just already love you.
Yeah.
Like you leave an impression on so many people, and so to have you at the helm of doing that, it's just like, how are people not gonna like love Axelrad?
When I first met Elise, she pool sharked me, and I didn't think I was gonna like her. I was like,
Elise is a goddamn killer on the pool table.
oh my, yeah. If you see
I'm so sorry.
look at her face. If you're watching this, look at her face. If you're listening to this, go on YouTube and watch this and look at her face. If she tells you she can't play pool, she's a goddamn liar. She wants your money. Don't give it to her.
Hey, we didn't play for money.
No, I know, but you're trying to con me into playing for money. I remember that.
She hits your ego so hard, you're like, I do want to play for money. I'm coming back this time. And then she just kicks your ass harder. Like, she's got levels to this shit.
Like, she made me feel like I'm not threatened by women, but she made me feel like I should be. I was like, not that I'm not threatened by women. Like, women can do what men can do, but she was trying to make me think that, like, you should, I'm a girl. Like
you should be beating
me. You should beat me. Like, oh, man.
Y'all are liars.
No, I'm not.
Y'all are fucking
We're
up my
ruining
game.
your scheme, yeah.
Fucking up my game, man.
Hopefully the bar business is going well because your pool money is about to be out the damn door.
You gotta start wearing your hair differently or something now when you go to these pool halls, and I know you still do it. I
Actually, dude, I lost my zest, man. I did.
I could imagine, like...
Even Joseph beats me all the time now. That sounds terrible.
And you're the one that trained him.
Seriously.
I watched it happen.
If you're just listening, or what? Joseph is her boyfriend. Beats her at pool. I don't know what they do at home. That's their thing. And I'm sure the neighbors don't interfere either.
They seem pretty cool about it. She keeps showing up to work, so things are all right.
Yeah.
Where does that name come from, Axelrad? It's a very interesting name.
That's the family that owned the house.
Okay.
So it was built about 100 years ago. And the Axelrad family, like, basically the downstairs, like maybe 1/3 or 1/4 of the downstairs was their actual home, like their apartment.
Okay.
And then the rest was a dry goods grocery store. And then if you go upstairs, there's 3 apartments. So they actually rented those out and stuff. And
okay, cool.
Yes, that's what
sounds like a sitcom setup, like a perfect sitcom setup. Like someone brought the Jamie Foxx show together with like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another one that would be perfect to match, but fuck it.
The Wayans Bros, they had like that.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, they worked their store. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry.
Basically, yes.
So it's
so kind of like the Wayans Bros and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh dear.
And so, you guys actually had several collaborations with not only businesses in Texas but like Houston specific to get like the whole outdoor setup going, correct? Like the gardens and everything.
Yes. I am kind of ignorant to exactly all of the planning behind that.
No, I got you.
But from what I understand, yes, they used a lot of local businesses. And I saw a shadow.
Shadows happen.
We have friends here.
There's so many lights on.
We usually have a dog here, and I know that would kill you.
Puppy.
But go ahead, continue.
I forgot what I was saying.
You're ignorant?
Yeah.
That's ignorant. No, but there's Jen Braverman. She's an interior designer.
Okay.
And she's good friends with the owners, and she helped out a whole lot. Do all of that kind of stuff, even like building plans. So
okay, I got you. Carlos didn't give you bunny ears.
Is it because I'm Hispanic?
Oh shit!
Oh no, my hairpiece.
If that happens,
how am I gonna make it?
I don't have a hairpiece. I all my hair is real. It hasn't fallen out yet. Yeah.
Now they sewed it in.
Don't thought me.
If you're into beer and you head to Axelrad, they have 31 taps, correct? 31.
Jesus.
So it's a big selection, but at the same time, 31, like, it can run out of space for certain people at like pretty quickly, like especially once you start picking the good beers just locally. And like, so what does a brewery or what does a beer need to have or need to do to really impress you to get into the bar?
You know, I have a lot of appreciation for several breweries
Yeah.
and lots of products, and I like variety. I like to keep things fresh. But I guess the main thing is consistency and professionalism.
Yeah.
And I feel like oftentimes, having the good brewery reps, they are, can tell you a lot about the business as a whole. And so if I have a beer rep come in and tell me that they have a nice, crisp, clean, smooth lager that's good for Texas drinking, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, great. I haven't heard that one yet. That's perfect. All right.
Good job.
Wow, you guys got crisp, clean, cool, smooth all together in one beer?
And it's a Texas beer?
Is this a Miller Lite commercial?
Oh, God.
But basically, no, I just appreciate people that know their products and can sell them to me.
Yeah, I got you. I remember sitting with you, like, before, I mean, for people that don't know, Elise and I actually, like, go back a little bit, like, before this all came down. But, like, I remember sitting with you while you were planning your tap wall, and it was just, like, a struggle for you because there were so many good beers, and you're like, I want to show so much local love.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want anyone to feel left out. And I was like, this is so Elise. Like, if it was Elise's way.
Everybody.
If it were Elise, there'd be 80,000 taps on the wall, and you'd have, like, one from every brewery that does their shit correctly.
That's what I was doing for a long time, was trying to please everybody, and of course I was happy as well, but I needed some more consistency for my staff.
Yeah.
We do really high volume, and they needed to know what to suggest to people all the time. So I kind of took a step back and was like, okay, Elise, you had your fun. You changed your tap wall like 5,000 times already. And I kind of regulated the drafts, and I look for things like those stepping stone beers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, I have Alaskan Amber on pretty frequently.
Yeah.
And to me, that's great for those like Shinerbach, Ziegenbach kind of drinkers, people who want to like step up a little bit,
exactly.
but they're like terrified.
And people are terrified.
Yeah. Or like Avery Lillicoy is a great example because it's so sessionable. It's just a wit beer with some passion fruit.
And it's damn good.
And it's so good.
Yeah.
And then people, they kind of like start, like inadvertently changing their palates.
Yeah.
And they're excited about it, and it's not too much. There's like no pressure.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, these are your
and it opens that barrier where like they almost weren't willing to accept like a little bit of a different style of beer, like a passion fruit wit beer. But then all of a sudden they're like, okay, well that was scary, and I got through that, and it was passion fruit and a wheat beer. Like, I think I might be able to step my way into this here beer, this one right here. So, and that's where it helps that y'all have a great staff too that like already understands what they're talking about, where they're coming from. Whenever they sell one beer, the next beer is probably already in their mind of like, okay, well if you like that, and so I think that's what continues y'all's success too, is like having such badass beers and having the knowledge of it. And so We're
certainly trying.
Oh yeah, and I can imagine it's a lot to keep up with. But I see like you're highly praised anywhere people go, like especially on the Houston beer and Houston Reddit. Like people always ask, "Hey, I'm in your."
There's a Reddit for that?
Yeah,
Houston beer.
Yeah, y'all, you should visit the Houston Reddit, man. People hate us. At least one person does.
Yeah,
and
one person's guaranteed. Like there's one. I'm not gonna say guy because
it could be a lady who just doesn't like
gender
one of our
fluidity,
faces or both of them.
Yeah, and they always take time out of their busy schedule to not like us.
Within a 10-minute period of posting it too. It's wonderful. But this isn't about us and how much people dislike us. It's about how much people like Axelrad.
Are for that person, whoever they may be.
Oh.
y'all don't carry the grandpa beers either, huh?
The grandpa beers?
Yeah, like the
Michelob
beers your
Ultra?
grandpa likes. Yeah, is that the beer your grandpa likes specifically? Like,
I don't know. I just assume. I don't know. Is that a thing or?
That's what I call them. Like your Bud Lights, your Bud White. Like
no, we don't.
The beers your grandpa drinks.
No, it was. We had the opportunity to bring in domestic, mass-produced products, and simply just because it was easy, and especially whenever we first opened, it was kind of like we wanted people to be able to get a drink and not to think too much about it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't bring myself to do that. Like I just cannot do it.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to become like complacent and comfortable.
Yeah.
And so we do have other products that we suggest.
Of course, yeah.
I worked at Saucer or with Saucer for 4 years, and they like taught me everything.
Yeah.
And they taught me the basics of how to suggest beers that are similar styles.
Exactly.
And, you know, like we have the Fireman's 4, we have Lawnmower, we have Good Ass Beer, which really like, let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that good,
but
it has a donkey on it and it says Good Ass Beer.
Yeah.
And he's like wearing a sombrero. Like, it's amazing. But anyways, we have other options, and I would hope that people would accept that for what it is and possibly become more interested in trying different stuff like a wit beer.
Literally
or
how
whatever.
I got into it,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's giant steps for some people where, like, with this guy, it was literally, like, just he had the biggest IPA you could have, and it was like, oh, I like this.
But then, even then, you were like, that's weird. Like, no one just steps into the game and likes IPAs.
Because more often what
really
you see
weird.
is like that Fireman's 4, or like the Lawnmower, just put your city here and your beer here for that city of the light lager, the blonde ale. The Bombshell Blonde is another one where it's like people will step into that and then maybe they'll stay there for a while.
Yeah.
And then finally they go to a bar where like, oh, let me get a Bombshell Blonde, and like, oh, we don't have that, sorry, try this. And it's just another
like
step for them.
building that trust.
And so it could take them a year or two before they're finally like, hey, I fucking love all these beers and that. And it doesn't make you don't have to become pretentious about it at the same time. You just get to...
I hate those people.
Yeah, you get to just have a wide open range of tastes that you like, and you don't have to be a dick like, oh, I only get the finest. It must be 6.7% IPA.
I had my first IPA.
And I've been that guy before. But you learn how to not be a piece of shit. Like, after I had my first endeavor, I was like, I know so much more than everybody. And I got my job at Saucer, and I was like, I know nothing. I know nothing. I just know that tasted good. That's it. And so you guys really do offer that, where it's steps.
We were talking about your events too. Like, you do a lot of charity work. Hell, and I could be wrong, but even in y'all soft open, y'all had like charity nights and stuff like that. How do you? They all. Not all, but there's a lot of canine-related ones. Does someone like dogs over there?
It's me.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
I've seen you around a dog. Every meme I've ever seen where it talks about like God gave you 2 hands to pet 2 dogs at once, or anything along those lines. I'm like, I think Elise is behind these. Like, I don't know where she finds the time, but she's making these.
But are there any more not dog-related charities that you plan on working with here in the future?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, before I came up here, I wrote down our next 10 events or so, and I was like, Elise, remember all these events, because they're going to ask you about it. And I can't remember them all, but I can tell you.
Do you have them all here?
No, I left it on a Post-it note on my desk.
Aw.
One of your managers
your desk is
woke
informed.
as fuck about all these charities as the morning comes.
Well, where can they find those events, the listeners?
We put all of our events on Facebook.
Okay.
But yeah, like coming up in December, in the very beginning, we're working with this woman named Jotina Buck.
Okay.
And she's like this, she does lots of mission trips. She's like a hardcore philanthropist.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a Star of Hope donation drive for a whole week.
Okay.
And then we're also going to, we haven't planned out the whole fundraiser yet, but it's going to happen.
Okay.
But we're basically going to incentivize people to bring in shoe boxes for Haiti.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be like, you pay $7 for the shipping, and then you fill the box with toiletries and like small toys. And then another cool one, I tried to do this last Thanksgiving, but we weren't open yet, so I couldn't do it. But we're basically working with a group, and they're going to bring in about 90 or so people, mostly women and children, homeless families. And we're going to have like a whole section of the garden, and they're getting catering donated.
Awesome.
And then my staff and I, we're all going to like serve and,
so
refill waters and,
that's awesome.
Really give them a nice experience for Christmas. But we have all kinds of stuff going on.
That's awesome to hear, too, like, just giving back to, like, the city of Houston in general, too.
Exactly.
There are, I mean, shit, you can't walk downtown without running into, like, a line of homeless people, you know?
Yeah.
And especially around the holidays, that is probably the hardest time to be in that situation.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like, the owners, whenever they started this bar, they, one of their big platforms was, like I said earlier, enriching their neighborhood and helping people out. So that is one of our really big goals.
Yeah.
We try to do as many nonprofit events as we can, and trying to raise enough money for everybody.
That's fucking awesome.
So.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Like, that's how you sustain. Like, you can open a bar for profit, but like, And I mean, obviously, it's going to be rolling in whenever you're busy, but it's also like if you can take your opportunity as like I'm trying to like take a role in the community.
Yes, exactly.
You're just gonna stick out that much more. It's just a positive influence in the community, and then it's just a cool spot to go grab a slice of pizza and drink some beers.
And that's what made it crazier for me too, because y'all were doing it during the soft open as well, like where it's like. They need to make money,
right.
But here we are, there's an event going on, it's awesome.
Together. And my bad.
No, like that's it. Like even when y'all weren't completely open, y'all were already working on the community, and that's just a great thing to hear.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of it's so funny that like the owners and I we all connected.
Yeah.
Because it's just this. We're just perfect for each other.
Yeah.
We all have the same visions, and
that's awesome.
That's one of the reasons why they made this bar.
Yeah.
Was to help people. So, I don't know. I'm really excited to do some more events, and
I can see it.
Don't make fun of me.
I don't think it's legal to make fun of people for wanting to be giving.
Exactly.
So
I need to tell you about something.
What's that?
It's really important.
Uh-oh.
Tell us.
We're doing a fundraiser in December.
Okay.
With Dogfish Head.
Okay.
We're gonna have a fucking puppy kissing booth.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm being serious.
So many white people are gonna be there.
It's like what, $5 a kiss?
No, it's like we haven't really priced it out yet. It's more like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
But then you get to keep a picture of it.
Like a puppy kissing booth with the little pictures. That's awesome.
I feel like that was.
I'll be there.
Okay.
95% your idea, and then 5% Dogfish Head was like, "We'll get in on that.
Dude,
we have
it was
dog."
not my idea.
Okay.
What?
I heard it and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Elise is about to be the first person in line on the dog kissing booth.
Oh yeah, just does it and then jumps right back. Just comes up with a stamp card. Just I'm back.
Is it gonna be like a brothel where there's a bunch of dogs laid out and you have to pick one? Like I want that one and that one.
Like the scene from
I just
fucking
felt like
Rush
in the
Hour.
Office just now. I just felt like Jim. Anyways.
It's a cute bitch over there. I'll take a kiss.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Give me that lab. Give me that lab. And give me that.
Sparky,
give me that
here.
wiener dog over there. Yeah, there we go.
I'm so over this conversation.
Other events you guys also do is you support local artists and allow concerts or people to put on concerts. Where do you
Hayden Jones and stuff like that? A lot of local talent among Kermit Ruffians too, right? That's it.
Kermit
right?
Ruffins or
Ruffins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kermit, he's actually one of our investors.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
And he, whenever Katrina happened, the owners of Axelrad kind of, I'm going to totally butcher the story, but they basically knew a couple people in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And those people in New Orleans like, oh shit, we know people in Houston, we're going to hit them up and we're going to ask for favors. And the owners are like, yes, come to us, you know? And they opened up their house for 15, 20 New Orleans musicians, and they met Kermit and became good old friends, and he liked the vision and wanted to invest, and he's been helping us out a whole lot by doing his shows and stuff like that. But all the other music, we get lots of inquiries, but one of the owners, his name is Monty, and he curates that whole program.
Yeah.
And then we also use Wonky Power Records a whole
cool.
lot. So Mario and his fiance, they book a lot of really cool bands for us.
You were right. You did butcher that story. How do you how do you pick movies for y'all's movie nights?
You ticklish?
Yes. Oh my God. That's a different subject for a different time.
Movies?
Yes. Y'all have the best fucking movie nights.
Dude, it's so funny because I think it was back in March.
Yeah.
One day we were just like, dude, let's put Grandma's Boy on. And we did, and then it became this thing.
Yeah.
And
y'all show movies again next Monday? Or is it on Mondays or?
It's on Mondays.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I guess I pick most of them. But then sometimes we do certain events with breweries, and they want to pick them, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And sometimes the owners or the staff, we've had a whole group chat where Adam, one of the owners, would be like, "All right, movie ideas, go."
Yeah.
And then he buys them all, and there's a file on our computer with all the movies.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, the one coming up, Never Ending Story.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
That's you?
I saw that.
Is it
Like,
double
Elise
feature?
came up with that.
Yes.
What's the second one?
Wizard of Oz.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm excited.
Elise has Neverending
Yes.
Story tatted on her,
I
bro.
do.
She's committed to the work.
I've seen it.
am.
Yeah.
Yes. I love Falcor. It's like a puppy that flies. Right?
I mean, that just sounds like your dream every night. Like
A puppy that flies.
You just rest your head knowing you're about to go into a world where puppies are flying.
It's like your own personal
Make fun
heaven.
of me.
Oh, we're not. I love puppies too. I just
Yes.
More than
there's
Jerry
a
the
good
King
Bill.
Lawler.
Yeah, there's a good who?
Jared the King
Oh,
Lawler.
God.
He loves puppies.
Jerry
a
Lawler
wrestler.
loved, and he referred to puppies as boobies, or
No,
boobies as
boobies
puppies.
and puppies, yeah.
Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
Breastises.
He was sexually harassing over the microphone the women wrestlers. Yeah, so
That's part of the
no,
business.
there's a good Bill Burr joke there to explain why I don't show all of my love for puppies out loud, but it's deep in there. I'll never get over dogs. Fuck cats, honestly.
Fuck
I
cat.
agree.
Every cool cat that
Cats are dickheads.
I feel
man.
like
Look, this is a
feel
cat right
jazzy
here.
about this.
That's a cat right there, just with no regard to what's right or wrong, and then they just go back to what they were doing.
Every cool cat that's ever
Oh my
existed,
God.
the definition for it is he's like such like a dog. And you're like, exactly, get a dog. Like, fuck
Shit,
this
I'm
cat.
such like a dog. That's why people don't like me. Fuck a cat. I don't like
man.
cats. I hate
We're gonna
cats.
wrap it up here pretty soon, but I wanted to get into you guys. I don't know how recently is like to the month, but you had the choice to either go like kind of growler and stick all beer
Or
and
cocktail,
wine,
right?
or you could go full bar. What influenced that decision?
You really want to know?
Sure.
One of the owners just really wanted frozen drinks. And,
There we go.
but
Frose.
I mean, Frose. That was Thomas Middleton's idea.
Really?
Like he found
He's a
out.
smart man.
Dude, he's so smart. He sent me the link. He's like, "Hey, Elise, can we do this?" I mean,
that your
it's
Thomas
just an
impression?
idea. Yes. He's gonna be
Thomas, if
mad
you're
at me.
listening,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, Thomas.
that was a terrible impression.
But no, he sent me this link, and it was before it blew up. And I was like, yeah, we'll try it, And we tried a couple different recipes, and then we finally settled on one.
Uh-huh.
And anyways, it just kind of stuck.
Oh yeah, I remember I think I was there like one of the first weekends y'all tried it, and just like the women I was with were
Well,
like,
'cause we
Oh,
put like a
this
little
froze.
bit.
Oh,
the
yeah, sorry.
women he was with. Okay.
it was my mom.
You're his
there we
roommate.
go.
Yeah, my roommate and I came through, and we were getting our drink on. And,
Y'all had a good selection of political drinks too.
Yeah,
Yes.
those were actually the owner Adam and Stephanie Nino
yeah.
made those. Stephanie Nino, Adam gave the idea,
Nino.
and he would say, "I want this nasty woman drink, like
Yeah.
a nasty woman one," and then she'd be like, "I'm gonna try to read into that some more,"
Right.
and she just came up with something. And anyways, I'm so proud of her.
Force her political hand and her cocktail making
Yeah,
hand, because
she did a really good job, man.
the feel to burn is
Yeah.
it's different, but it's a great idea. And
Yeah.
I saw the picture of it, I was like, a jalapeno slice with a shot, huh? But
He's
it's
spicy
like
as tits.
Really?
Like it's brutal.
Nino's spicy as tits. So
She
I,
is.
Yeah, I can see that.
is.
Nino's got a little feist in her.
Hey, can I
for
please
the-
tell you something really
Yes.
Is it a secret or?
quick? I mean,
It's gonna be on the airwaves for all 50 listeners.
okay, I can do that.
Okay.
So basically, the other day I was thinking about like funny things that the employees have said at Axelrad, and I was like, God, I wonder like what would win quote of the year. And then I was like, whoosh, we should do fucking Dundies. So we're calling
That's
them
awesome.
we're calling them the
Nice.
Raddies.
Okay.
And where was I? I had a story to tell you with this.
Nino.
Oh, so one of the awards is the Sass Machine.
There we
Literally,
go.
I've gone through like a third.
You should rename
a
that
third
one
of
already.
the ballots, and she's like 9.
Yeah.
So every single person like Nino.
It's that lovable sass though, where in your head you're like,
Yes.
she is a sassy ass. I don't
She
want to
means
call her
well,
a bitch,
though.
but
I
yeah,
don't
She's
wanna
just
call her a
real,
bitch.
like all the time.
she just keeps it real with you, and that's usually why you end up loving her too.
Yeah.
She
So,
is.
yeah, like I had mentioned, you guys just have a great staff, and like they're friends
Thank
of
you.
ours. Like Nino, like she came through and made badass cocktails for you guys. Thomas, like you mentioned, I didn't know the frosé was his idea.
It was.
I might have to fuck with him a little bit about
Please
that.
do.
There we go.
I heard you like frozen rosé, my man.
There we go.
And yeah, you just have all around, y'all embody like what Houston, the culture is supposed to be about.
Very
And,
much
like,
so.
And like the beer scene, what we respect about it and what we want to like kind of shine a light on. And so I'm glad we had you on, Elise.
Before we go, I have one question. Have y'all thought about doing like a board game night, like a tournament? Like just one board game in particular? Or particularly, sorry.
Tell me what you want and we'll make it happen.
You don't want it in Connect 4.
Oh my God.
You don't want it in Connect 4.
No,
I will Conor McGregor the fuck out of you.
I ordered a really giant one.
You ordered a giant Connect 4?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, if it's anything like regular Connect 4, I'll be the best at that one too.
If it's anything like regular Connect 4...
Well, whenever it comes in, I will let you know.
Hold the tournament.
Shay
I will
kick
be
my
there.
Ass.
Who's Shay?
Shay, I played her at, I already forget the name. Mongoose vs. Cobra.
I love that place.
And the beer just kept influencing me like you with Pool, where I was just like, no, I'm going to get this one. Like, I'm going to definitely win this one. And she just comes through and diagonals me or something. She made me feel like the lesser rapper between the two of us, because if you want to be a famous rapper, you have to play Chance the Rapper or Kanye and Connect 4 to make it. So,
basically.
And I got my ass beat.
There we go.
And I have no bars.
I'm sorry.
It'll be all right. We keep trying this podcast thing. Maybe it'll kick.
There we go.
Where can the peoples find Axelrad on the internets and in real life?
In real life, we're at 1517 Alabama. And then, gosh, I'm terrible. I'm pretty sure our Twitter and Instagram and, you were so smart.
Yeah.
It's a nice dry erase board. We're Axelrad Houston on Twitter and Instagram, and then on Facebook too, I believe.
Okay. Yes. And then AxelradBeerGarden.com. And in case you don't already get it through your GPS gets you lost a little bit, it's the one with the big vibrant tree with all the lights all over it. You can see it from 288.
That was an accident too.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just a happy accident.
Yeah. The owner just grabbed a couple beers and it was still under construction and took the cherry picker up and just started zip tying shit.
We're getting real inside baseball on this one. But we'll be right back with 7. Lisa apparently has to get back to work and crunch some numbers.
And she wasn't drinking before then.
That's a root beer.
It's so bad. Oh my God. All right. All right, welcome back to On Tap with Southside Collection. Sitting with us again, 7. 7, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
Welcome
How about
back.
yourself? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Shit, we're doing. I'm worried about you, man. Literally, you said I'm gonna take a nap. I don't feel good.
Yeah.
This is the last time he's supposed to be. What was it?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And he tells me like I'm gonna take a nap and I'm gonna feel better. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna leave in the next 30 minutes. He's like, I'm throwing up blood.
Yeah.
So you good? Like, that's a big difference.
What happened was my great grandma was sick.
Yeah.
So I went to the hospital, and I think that I caught something from the hospital.
Yeah.
My grandma and my mom all were sick the next day.
Yeah.
So I think I caught like a virus or something. It was bad.
Yeah, fuck that.
It just made me dehydrated.
Yeah. You're good now.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good now. Oh, check my hand. Congratulations. Second Sunday. What a great mixtape.
Second Sunday is amazing, man. Like,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, like right when you came on the last time, you had 9,000 Bits out, and I think maybe For You was out, but I don't want to.
Yeah, For You was out.
Okay,
yeah.
So yeah, and I was like, he's really onto something here, and you piece it together like well. Like, yeah,
I appreciate y'all listening, man.
Yeah, man.
Like,
you put yourself into that shit. Like, it's not just rap music. Like, it's rap music by 7, like, or about 7 by 7. Like, it's you telling a fucking story.
Thank you, man.
And it all just beautifully comes together.
Thank you, man. It took a lot of work, man. A lot of effort.
I imagine.
Like, but it was worth it. Like, just I met a lot of people on Sunday. That's when everything was like, oh shit, like I'm rapping for real. So doing second Sunday, it opened up more doors, like different like people, and not important people, but people doing what I want to do, like reaching back out. And I think that's like a sign.
Hey, you know? Just because they're not important when you meet them doesn't mean they're not important for you.
Oh no, man! Like so far I've met like a lot of dope up and coming rappers and stuff that I wouldn't have guessed would be like growing, but they're on tour.
Yeah,
the people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Got any shout outs?
There's a dude named Jid out in Atlanta.
Yeah, okay.
You ever heard of Earth Gang?
I have not.
Nah. Oh. I heard you talking about them on the Two West Boys podcast.
Earth Gang is like the coldest out of
Really?
They're like an outcast. Like
okay.
2.0.
I got Atlanta homies. I'm gonna hold y'all responsible for not putting me on.
They bad. They're horrible.
We showed you 7. How dare you?
Bad, man. But I've connected with Jid.
Okay.
A few Houston artists, of course.
Yeah.
But it's all it's a nice climb.
Yeah. One thing that I like about you is you don't shy away from like really going inside and showing like how things come about.
Yeah.
Like with your social media, like you're just active, but then also like you tell the story exactly how it went. You don't just hold back because it's like, oh, I'm a rapper, I got to shine on Instagram. You're like, nah,
yeah.
I sold this, that, or the other, like to get my bus ticket out to go do this, or like I did, like I risked this, or like I gave this up to make sure I got this, and it's like you don't hold back.
It's like really no like doing it is like the biggest gap. My pops, he always say, it's like you're trying to win a lottery.
Yeah.
He says, so like a lot of shit is not gonna go the way that you expected. It's not gonna be easy, but shit, you chose it. And that's one thing that the reason why I'm still doing it is because I got like parents who are like why would you stop?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
they
saying?
instilled that hard work ethic in you.
Yeah, that's good.
Both of them. My mom more like on the you should be in school.
That's always a mom.
Always, yeah.
Then my dad's like, fuck it, man.
Do you?
Why are you even complaining?
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
We bring up your personals. Last time you were on the show, you brought up Behind. As you said it was your most like Biggie emulated track because it told like a great story about you. And first of all, it's a great ass song. It's the second song on the mixtape. Yeah. And I don't mean to get off track real quick, but I think it's between, and Horvath, you can answer this too. I think it's between 7 and Retro Cash right now, best openers in 2016.
Oh yeah. That's fair.
Thank you.
I like that. That's a good comparison
but
between
I got
the two.
A new opener. Oh my god.
For the tape we're gonna get into in a little bit.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, trust me, it's like some fucking like Rick Ross type.
Okay.
There we go.
It's gonna be crazy.
Well, even then, so
it's like classic.
Back to Behind though.
Yeah.
So now that I've heard it, because you talked about it, we didn't really get to hear it. What stories do you think are better told on the album than Behind? Because you do tell a lot of stories, and I do get some Biggie vibes, but from that track only. There's not a lot of other Biggie vibes on that one. I feel like you kept it real Southside.
Yeah. I had to.
Yeah, South in general, not just South Houston, not just South Texas, just South.
Yeah,
you kept it real South.
The reason, cause like going to LA and shit is like being from Houston is intriguing.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, oh shit, you from Houston? You know, like that's how you start a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, I am country, so I need to make that shine in my records.
Yeah.
Because if I can get to like people, like my manager's from New York, so if I can connect with people from New York and West Coast by still being country, that shit is like amazing.
That means you're actually just doing something people can latch onto and like
exactly.
You're not just making stuff that like you're not filling in the answers to the equation of like, okay, what's gonna make Seven famous? Like you're just, I'm gonna make Seven's music, and then it's gonna do what it's got to do. I keep almost getting to where you're gonna talk about yourself in third person, so I'll stop doing that.
Nah, I mean, like, that's my mission, man. But that's what behind it is really Biggie influenced.
Yeah.
I just like the way Biggie rap. Like,
yeah.
He just raps like you know how like you put butter on like a bread toast. It's
yeah.
Like, it just flows.
Sweet science. It's just smooth.
I stay Gucci down to the socks.
Yeah.
Rings and watch filled with rocks. In my jam knocks in your Mitsubishi. Hoes peepee when they see me. Navajos creep me in they teepee. You see how it flows?
Yeah.
See how it flows? Butter on
it's
toast.
Like butter. And Pimp C had the same thing too.
Well, shit, we want to get into that too. The Pimp C versus Andre 3K flows. This is Garrett's baby right here.
No, because whenever you were on last time, you said like you would, and I feel like you were saying it kind of after you had made a good chunk, if not all of Second Sunday, because it was nearly coming out. And so, are there any songs on that tape that you can kind of Sorry, what you had said was you caught yourself recently going one or two ways with your flow.
Yeah.
Where you're like either hitting that Pimp C or that 3000. And do you see any of the songs on the tape in either of those lights, or is that coming out more in some of your other stuff recently?
It'll probably be, it's a few in there. Like I would say Behind, Body Bags, like that.
Yeah.
Would be like my Biggie.
Yeah, definitely Body Bags too.
I love Body Bags.
Thank you. And then my more Andre would be like, might just. Well, now that's actually a little Biggie too.
Yeah,
but it's a lot. Yeah.
I mean, that's also what you had said while you were on here. Now that you bring up, like we've talked about Biggie, was you're saying how much you try to emulate, like not imitate, but you try to emulate.
Yeah.
You try to take what you got from him and do it your way. Yeah. And then you definitely get that on that tape. So I was just kind of wondering, I was looking for what your thoughts were on that, Andre, the Pimp C style. Because, my bad, you played us some stuff earlier of, some of your newer stuff. That's the Pimp C right there. That's Pimp C right there. I can hear it.
In case y'all are wondering what that new 7 sounds like, I heard a little bit of it today. There's some Pimp C in there for sure.
It's nice as fuck.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Because I've been listening to UGK lately. That's all I do is
you just say I listen to UGK for life?
A lot. Nah.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
I'm going to be 85 listening to UGK. You young, with my grandkids, this is real.
Yeah.
Bro, I think about that all the time. When when my kids get in the car with me and when I was in the car with my dad, he always had me on the Allman Brothers and shit. And I'll say this,
oh my God.
Now my dad had a little bit of a corny sense of style with music, but he also is the same dude that put me on a Metallica, good shit too. But then there's some stuff where I'm like,
oh, don't just discredit the Allman Brothers. Good shit too. That makes.
Well, no, I just meant because I'm saying he had a little bit of a corny side of the music he was into, and he had it was his fucking truck. We were gonna listen to what he wanted, and when we I'd put on 97.9. And he didn't really fuck with 97.9.
My pop's the same way.
Yeah.
He's he listens to everything. He was the first person to listen to anything. Mm-hmm. And so he listens to all old. That's when I first discovered Biggie.
Yeah.
Was through him and Tupac. But he used to always be like, Biggie better than Tupac. And being young, you'd be like, no, it's not. Because all you know is Tupac.
Exactly.
Biggie.
And as a kid, you just love that vibe that Tupac was giving off.
Yeah, fuck the world. As a kid, you're fuck the world.
That angst. You get that angst. Yeah.
But then I started discovering Biggie, but he got me into Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad was probably the intricate part of me finding out about Jimi Hendrix and going deep into Jimi Hendrix.
Same.
Dude. And then he would tell me stories while we listened to it. He's like, and his bass guitarist was this guy, and he told me about that, and he went to this band. You should listen to this band. My dad's got probably 1,000 albums at our house right now. And so riding out to, we live in Houston, bro, you're going to be an hour left or right to go anywhere. So any of my baseball tournaments, my dad was just CD after CD after CD.
No, man. I think the best way to discover music is through a loved one. Passing down.
Inherited.
Yeah, they passing down their knowledge and shit.
And they kind of want to impress you. So it's it's going to be the best of their shit.
Half the shit I be talking about, my dad already said.
Yeah,
so
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm just reciting what he said.
It's going to be kind of fun. It's going to just be kind of funny, the music we play around our kids. And then this was this guy, Young Thug. He was what they call gender fluid. It was 2016. Things were cool.
Yeah.
And this is Frank Ocean. This song's about anal sex. So
do what you like.
Yeah. If you love it, man, do it because people will love it. And you'll get to go to the Grammys.
The first time my dad ever asked me to play music for him, I literally did not even think about it. I just this is when CDs, you had CDs, and I was like, well, I have a couple CDs, I'll pop the first one in, and the first song is "Tipsy" by Jaquan, and my dad was my dad did not fuck with that. He was, just what is this? What are you talking about getting drunk for? Oh my god, my dad.
My pops was probably bumping that.
Yeah, oh shit, man. I feel it was a good ass song. Right. I wasn't trying to get tipsy. It was a great ass song. I was in middle school.
Songs.
Yeah. Hey man, Jaquan had a little run. Hey, you know who's missing?
Who's that? Ja Rule.
He came out with Lil Bow Wow.
Romeo.
Nah, not Romeo.
I was about to say
Romeo's still
basketball.
doing a little something. Yeah, he's still hooping. I forgot his name. He's gonna come to me sometime.
If only we had a fact checker. What song? Name a song or try to sing a song from who you're talking about.
I can't.
It's gonna be mine.
I just know he copied Tupac a lot. Lil Zane or some shit like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. When you said copy Tupac a lot, I was like, no, he already said Ja Rule.
It's hard though. If it wasn't for Ja Rule, it wouldn't be a Drake. That's
fair. Yeah.
What do you mean? Get into that. What do you mean?
Singing and rapping at the same time. That was Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Having dual sides.
It's crazy too because Ja Rule doesn't really have a singing voice, but his voice is so unique he could sing.
That's what 50 Cent dissed him for.
Yeah.
And then when he dissed him and won, he started singing.
Yeah.
Take you to the candy shop. He's singing.
You had to start finding a little bit more rhythm than just I like that gutter 50 Cent was cool for an album, and then it was
the first 50 Cent was hard.
Bro,
then, I fuck with the Massacre.
50 Cent brought the game. That was hard.
Yeah.
And then shit just kept getting harder, man.
Yeah. And then Kanye dropped and was like, man,
T.I.,
fuck that.
Fucking Ludacris.
I say people like to attribute 50 Cent getting phased out of the game by Kanye, but literally I think everyone kind of just passed him up. Like, he had his time.
Yeah.
And he still makes good music. I still hear songs by 50 Cent that I really fuck with.
That song on Power goes hard as fuck.
Which one?
The intro to Power.
I haven't seen Power. I don't have stars, man.
Sleep,
You put me on blast. I don't have stars, man. What you want me to do?
You can Google that. Watch that on YouTube.
Watch Empire and then imagine it being unedited.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
I don't watch Game of Thrones, man.
Hey, you're off the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 7.
7. I didn't know you were a 35-year-old white man.
Hey, man. Sometimes, man.
Have you seen Atlanta? The show?
Yeah. I'm a Childish Gambino fan.
You were playing it earlier. What'd you think about Atlanta?
True. I think it's dope. I think the writing is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like up to date comedy. It's not like old shit.
They find comedy in the dark. And like the dark shit, like the struggle and like the funny parts of the struggle.
It reminds me of myself. I'm a struggling rapper. So
Bro, whenever he filled that water cup up after he tried to buy a kid's meal,
that's just real.
Filled that water cup up with a Sprite and just left. That's hilarious because so many people are going through that same shit where they just feel that joke.
Nah, for real, man. I think Atlanta's dope. I think it's a dope representation.
Yeah.
Of like the new age person and black male anyway.
Yeah.
So it's dope. We're not all like gangsters and shit. That's what it is.
Exactly.
There is a.
But he is a gangster though. His cousin is.
Paperboy.
Paperboy.
I mean, but that's like an up to date.
But even
life.
then, he's a down to earth person. Like he does what he has to do, but they still portray him as like someone that he's doing what he has to do. You know?
A lot of us still know dudes that's connected to that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's like, but you going a whole different route.
Yeah.
But they're still your homeboys. You be like, you can still go over their house.
Yeah. You still fuck with them.
Yeah. It's crazy.
They're that paperboy. Like
yeah.
They're literally like they're doing their job and they're all that, but then they're still also at their house just playing video games, talking shit to people online.
Yeah, no, straight up. That shit is real, man. It's life. It's dope like that. Because if you got like gangster people telling you no, that means like you got so much potential.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't do that. You should go this way. Why are you getting in trouble? Like that mean like they see something.
When they're looking out for you, you're like, damn, I must have something going for me.
Speaking of life. All My Life, 7.
That's an anthem.
Oh my God, man, that is one of my favorite. Like that's forever gonna be on like on my iPod, like on my playlist, man. That is a fucking anthem.
That shit comes on in my car. And
we need to get that bitch on the radio.
I'm like,
man, I've tried. I've met with Amir Diamond. We went to concerts together and shit.
Yeah,
but he's not the program director.
Yeah.
So, but one day, for sure.
Bro, you get enough people onto that, man. That's like I said, it's like an anthem. Like, bro, like just the hook itself is some shit people can just sit there and chant. Like,
it has the second most plays after 9,000 Bits a Net. You know.
Yeah.
So like that's how you know it speaks volumes because 9,000 Bits a Net has been out for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's a close second too. It's not like it's a close second. That is a banger. Who produced that one? Was that Anthem?
Nah, Mufasa. It's a singer, rapper, producer, director.
Where's he from? Do you know?
He's from Houston.
Okay, cool.
He's one of the homies, actually.
Okay.
And I was at a friend's house, and shit, we were just high.
Yeah.
He made the beat. That's what the skit is. Him making the beat.
Yeah.
At the end of it. The skit.
Yeah.
I'm Diddy bopping in the background, and everybody's like, it's like probably like 10 people in the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know Rocky Banks.
No,
I heard of him. I've seen him on the tweets.
You gotta put me on, man.
Nah, he's one of the homies too. He was supposed to be on the song, but he's blowing up too, though.
Okay, cool.
He's been on like the Fader, all that.
Okay,
there we go.
Shit,
just like the homies.
He's got that famous guy name.
Yeah. He's blowing up, but he was supposed to be on the song. But we did it overnight. It was like 3 a.m. It was so high.
Yeah. One of those where you're somehow high and focused.
Yeah.
We're finishing this fucking song.
No video for All My Life though, man.
We had one. It just ain't work out.
Yeah.
It just ain't work out. It wasn't what I was trying to do.
Yeah. What were you trying to do?
I was trying to do like cinematic shit.
Yeah. Okay.
But it wasn't cinematic. It was more like it wasn't good. I don't want to shame the director, but it just was bad.
It just didn't work out.
It wasn't where you wanted it to be. And that's fair. You shouldn't put out anything like that, you know? It's your career.
Not at like this point. I don't want people thinking I'm Lil Flip or something like that. Lil Flip still makes hard. Oh, my bad. I forgot we were on the podcast.
Shit, I got all the respect in the world for the freestyle
I do
king.
like Lil Flip. Yeah, let me take that back.
But
Lil
the
Flip is
videos?
amazing. Yeah, I just didn't want to make low budget.
That's fair. That's fair. You got another video out you just put out today, right?
I did.
Yeah, today.
For You, yeah.
Yeah, the For You video with I'm gonna forget her name.
Demaria.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's a dope
I've been trying to figure out how to pronounce that
Beautiful
one.
voice.
She's a dope singer. When she gets her like project done, I'll definitely send it your way. She's dope.
Please
She
send
like
her our way. We'll get her on the show, man.
She's
Houston?
Yeah, she's Houston.
Fuck
She got like a Currency vibe, but like a singer.
Okay,
there we go.
Her beats, her songs are dope.
That's what I like to hear. That. What brought that video? Because now we've talked about like how seriously you take the videos. Like, what brought all that together? Or like
the director, he just wanted to do something like Spike Lee-ish, you know, because the scenes were like us like
moving.
Yeah, but we're like standing still.
Yep.
Yeah, he just wanted to do stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, and you definitely get that where like where you're not against the wall. That the other part of it, like I'm like, what are they on?
we're actually we were actually in the car.
Yeah.
And he was holding it on the door stand. So like as one person was driving, he was holding the camera.
Oh, that's fucking
we were, like,
great.
Hanging on the door. It was dope. He's like super innovative, Adrian.
Okay.
But he's
kind of like how they
LA.
shot the old Batman.
Yeah.
Like with Adam West, where like they climbed up a wall and they just played it like that.
Yeah, that's how it was. It was dope. It was innovative. I think it was a good idea.
I like the video. And you and her, Demaria.
Yeah.
You guys have like a really nice chemistry in the video. Like it makes the whole thing come out great because the song itself is just beautiful, and it's I mean, I've said everything's beautiful so far, but I really mean it. I don't just give out compliments. Like
True that. I've seen moments in Garrett's life where he should have probably said something nice, and he was just a dick. So.
Well, I appreciate it, man. That means I'm doing something correct.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
You very much are, man. Like the whole tape is nice.
And we have. I want to talk about body bags. You brought it up earlier.
Spitting.
One, yeah. If you put it on, I'm not even gonna talk about the spitting. You can put it on, you can fuck it. Yeah. I want to talk about the fucking sample at the end. Where did that come from? That it sounds like it's straight from a movie, but I know it's not. That sample at the end of Body Bags.
I mean,
the guy talking. I felt like it was you and someone else in like a car or something.
It's bumping.
That's King.
Okay.
Y'all remember King?
Yeah.
That's King. We were talking in the car about the tape, and this is when I first came back from L.A.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, should I just been in L.A.? I'm like, in like a weird mode. Like, so we were just talking about the tape.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, dog, like this shit is amazing. We were just talking. I guess he hit record in between of us talking because we said way more than that.
Yeah.
And then we just got into the skit.
There we go.
That. You have a few different ones too. Like, is there one? Because you've mentioned you have a big family, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so one of them is your a little
Behind,
brother? Or?
My little brother.
Okay, cool. I like that you put that on there.
That song is actually for him. It's me telling my story. Behind.
Yeah.
That's why he's on it. It's me telling my story as a kid, and it's me telling my story as like a growing adult.
Yeah. I got you.
So it's like me. I've been where you at, you know what I'm saying? I know what you're looking, you know.
Yeah, that's a part of it. Yeah.
It's all a part of it.
It's a part of it. No, and I fuck with that. Like lyrics like that are very important for people to hear because sometimes it's the simple things that people need to hear because you don't hear them every day because they're so simple.
Exactly.
We gonna be all right.
Yeah,
that's why that song popped out.
Yeah,
that's why it's so like catchy, and that's why like, dude, anytime I've been at any show and it's not a Kendrick show, but the DJ puts that on, people are bouncing.
Yeah,
because it's like that already resonates with them, and then you're like, damn, this is a nice ass beat.
Yeah, no, that's what I aim for now. Especially, I want to like bounce by telling you something, but it's like fun.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying earlier. Like it's like when I just was at my homie house and I was like, I like making music where you can bounce to it, you can dance to it, you can have it at a party, but you like hearing something.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's like I played that song earlier for y'all. It's like it's bouncing.
Yeah,
but I'm like saying something.
Anything is possible, or
anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Sorry, I don't mean to. My bad. I'm speaking from months in advance here.
They get exclusives because
we can bleep it out if you want. We can bleep out him saying the title.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bleep the fuck out of that title, Dave.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
We've already gotten comedian's name bleeped out, so we didn't throw anyone under the bus.
There we go.
And you mentioned Audio Anthem before, or a little earlier. Some of the songs he had produced, and so he's a huge chunk of that Second Sunday tape.
Yeah, man, because he's like super dope. He's like Grammy work with like Grammy nominated people.
Really?
Yeah, he's like produced for like good music.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
I actually came up him on Axelrad. Like, from SoundCloud, and we ended up kicking it. My first time meeting him was going to Atlanta.
Yeah, like you just like you already knew you were going to Atlanta, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna be in Atlanta if you ever like actually want to link up type shit. That's tight. Yeah. I like that.
So
not like a business.
We made some beats and shit. It was dope.
You beat maker yourself?
Me? Nah, I used to be.
Yeah.
But I'm not patient enough.
Yeah.
So I can't do it.
Shit, you've got some good producers behind you, and you mentioned Kang earlier. Kang produces, correct?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
He has 2 songs on my next tape.
Okay. Nice.
It's dope. It's with audio. They like co-produce.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
And that come together from both of y'all were out in Atlanta, correct? Or
Yeah,
is that just they just shared music back and forth?
It was recent, actually. Like, shit. I want to say yesterday, tonight, type shit.
Shit.
Really?
I just
Okay.
got the beat package that I got to send the audio.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm speaking of premonition.
Hey.
I see the future.
That sounds like
Hey,
another
you saw
song
the future
tonight.
last time too. Last time you said Tim Woods was going to be on this podcast. And,
True.
And he definitely was on this podcast. So
He was.
you got something to say, man.
Hey, man, Tim got some stuff cooking up, too.
Yo, you and
Shit,
Tim Woods together
yeah,
would be a
that
real
Pushing
nice
Daisies
sound.
coming up
Like,
very soon.
And, he's dropping pretty soon.
Black Friday.
Is it?
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
there
that's
you go.
next Friday.
There you go.
Damn,
He's
Black
dope.
Friday's coming
We
quick.
came up. It's like coming up together. Like
Yeah.
from preview and shit.
Yeah,
I
I
got
was about
you.
to say PV.
Yeah, we're like the next Currency and Wiz. I trust.
Bro, do it.
We use the same PR too, so like we're in a super same circle.
Who's your
Okay,
PR?
good.
Nancy Bryant.
There we go. Okay. Shout out.
She PR for like Pimp C,
Damn.
Chameleonaire.
I miss Chameleonaire.
What's that D1? That new rapper D1. Also Trade the Truth.
Okay.
Beat King.
Damn, bro, you've got the right people behind you and like with you.
It's
So
a blessing, man.
yeah.
I'm happy to be
Beat
doing
King
it.
out of PV too, right?
Yeah. He makes a lot of songs about PV.
Yeah.
I think that's where you came out of
Yeah.
success. Like
I think I've seen everything that he's rapped about. Like I've actually been. like,
that's fucking
he's
great.
making another song.
My favorite Beat King part is there's a song where he literally just like breaks in and he goes, "I'm in the booth eating pizza," and just gets right back into rap. And I was like, bro, this is why I love rap music. You can just do that.
His studio is literally his house. So like when an event happens, he records it
Yeah.
and then like drops it.
I
But
got
he's
you.
real talented because he can produce and he can engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of time is like exit out.
Yeah.
So
So
he
it
just
saves a
doing
lot
his
of
thing.
time on doing it because he literally gets to just do it all together. So.
Yeah, he's really talented. I don't know. He just like making shake your ass up. So
Yeah, no, he does.
And there's a crowd for
There's
that.
a need
There
for
should be
that.
that should be
There
a
are asses
genre.
to be shaken.
Like there's rap, hip hop, R&B, shake your ass.
I seen him at
Watch
country.
yourself. Yeah, my bad.
I seen him at Free Press. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people there for him.
It's turn up music, man.
It was
It's
dope.
genuine turn up music, so fuck it.
I love turning up.
You turn up on that Whataburger.
Hey.
Honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich.
You working on getting like a sponsorship or something, or is
That'd
that
be
just a
amazing.
personal love?
If you could
I-
speak directly to Whataburger right now for that sponsorship,
Shit.
Look
tell
in the
them
eye.
about that
Give me
sandwich.
that.
That sandwich, it's amazing, man. Like I don't know whoever came up with that idea. They're
Bro, I
brilliant.
feel
They
it.
deserve
And
a
it's on
raise.
They
Texas
said
toast.
let's put Texas toast with a chicken strips over it. That's crunchy. They're not like soggy chicken strips.
Nah,
Then they throw honey barbecue on top
Yeah.
of it. Then they throw another piece of toast on top of it. That's
Stop.
like it's like
I
rocket
think
science.
there's Swiss cheese on it too.
It is Swiss cheese on it. Rocket science.
Bruh.
Thank y'all.
Y'all killed that.
Yeah.
That and the honey butter chicken biscuit.
That is hard too. In the morning, you just chilling. You wake up.
One of those will set you on a good day, man.
God.
You be happy the rest of the day.
Whataburger's got an app now. If you didn't know,
I
wanna
didn't.
Okay,
We-
get on game,
Too many
bro.
plugs, man. Y'all got to give us some money, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It's too many plugs.
All right, we're gonna cut off the Whataburger real quick. Let's talk about A3C. How was that out in
It was
Atlanta,
dope.
right?
Yeah, it was nice.
Who was the headliner that night?
Actually, I think I was. Because it was
Sounds
just
about right.
Yeah. I didn't know. I wasn't trying to be sarcastic.
Yeah,
I know.
no, yeah.
You were on last.
Yeah, I was on semi last. It was
Okay.
somebody after me.
Okay.
But I did have the biggest set.
That's what's up.
But
There
it
you
was
go.
like freaking like 1 in the morning. But
Yeah.
what's crazy is that Atlanta people actually like pay attention.
Well, even
Yeah,
then,
like,
like over
it's all good.
on the east, like shit, the party's going on.
They
all
turn
night.
up late, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen, especially before he got even bigger. But Future, when he used to go and like record, or, go and perform at clubs and shit, like they would make. Future used to do a big thing where he made like videos, like vlogs, and so it'd be like 3 a.m. and he hasn't even hit the stage. I'm like, bro, fuck that, I'm
Yeah,
out.
They
Future's
be up all night.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like.
It's too late for me. I'm,
Nah, I
I'm in
feel
the
you.
house.
And so you're on at 1, and so it's like here that would like, especially we were like an open mic last night. It's like if you're on at 1, that means like you signed up last and they wanted you on last.
You're not
But,
gonna
like,
have
here,
nobody
it's
in the
like,
crowd.
Hey,
if
that's when it's about to hit.
But it was live. It
Yeah.
was still live. It was
That's
dope.
what's up.
It was dope. It was a good experience. I got to meet Swisher Sweets. That was dope.
Yeah, I saw that event was sponsored by, and you wore one of our shirts, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was very nice of you, man.
Respect. I appreciate you representing out in the South, man. That's fucking great.
Already, man. I had to. It's a must.
It's a must.
It's a must. It's a must that people know I'm from Houston.
You heard it first.
It's a must that people know. Sometimes I talk country. It's a must.
Yeah.
Like it's a part
it's
of
there.
Yeah, it's the personality. When I go to New York, they're like, in New York people are funny as fuck, but they're like the biggest ones to be like, hey, you from Houston? All of by you talking. Like they
can just tell.
Yeah.
Like, let me have some of your swag. Let me steal your flow real quick.
I didn't say that. Let me take y'all culture. I'm
gonna just borrow it. I'm gonna give it right back.
More of that culture.
Once we make it big, I'll give some back.
One of my friends, he has a song where he say, "How can you claim to be trill but you live where it snow?" And I'm like, damn, it doesn't snow down here.
That's something like that's a good line in general, but like that's something that would just hit you as a Houston like. That's
Rico, Guy Rico.
Fan.
Google it. Yeah.
What is it?
Guy Rico. I just but he's dope too. We got a song on my next tape.
That's nice. What's up. See, and I like you work like you keep working with other Houston artists that are like in similar positions as you are, and they're still coming up. So it's like you're already taking some people like under your reins type thing, but then also just being like it. This is gonna be so corny, but it's everybody eats. Like
everybody eats.
Like seriously, like, y'all really do.
It's all over Second Sunday too.
Yeah, but like it's y'all's like that's y'all's your mantra, like your MO. So it's like it makes sense because you really live and breathe that shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've had some opportunities, but they fall apart because of other people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So now I'm like in a position where I'm like, shit, man. If you got the talent, you got the work ethic. We gonna eat. Like
there we go.
There's no
why not?
And that's not even just with rappers. That's like with y'all.
Yeah.
And like blogs that I meet and like anybody.
Anyone that's showing like if you show love, you know what I'm saying.
Photographer.
Exactly.
I got a photographer. That's crazy. Like
and she was cool as fuck when she was here.
She dope.
I met her at Fresh Start.
Yeah.
Very cool. And like shit, like that was one of the first
selfless photos. Check her out.
One time.
Yeah, man. Like I was already.
She was on tour with Kurt Cobain's.
Nice.
I saw her pictures. Yeah. One of the first things I worked, and you would think it would be like the least cutthroat job I've ever worked. It was the Susan G. Komen breast cancer run.
Everything about that.
People were just hoes. They were like they were just assholes. 1%. I'm talking about the photographers. I'm not talking about the people running. Great people. Some of the craziest, most passionate people that I've ever met. The photographers, dickheads. All of them. If you're watching this, you're a dickhead. You. I was there. You were a dick. Shame on you. I was like, I'm working too. And like literally what made everyone hate me specifically is that it was the website that I was taking pictures for and how much experience I had with a camera. I was like, I'm more of a videographer than I'm a photographer, straight off the bat.
You in a different realm, man. They think came easy to you. They don't, they worked hard.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, but that's the thing. Like anyone that asked me, like it was almost like 50 people because it's just like that's all I was really running into is people running to the same spots that I was running to take pictures.
Yeah.
So how long you been doing this? Like. About 30 minutes, about 45 minutes.
What time did you get here?
I'm a videographer usually. Yeah. I take videos. I don't really do pictures. I think that I could take the same mindset where I set up a frame or I set up a shot and then just take 1 to 8 pictures.
Yeah.
And then pick the best picture. People were so mad. They were dicks. Right. And it was great though. It was a good time though. I did have a good time.
I got you. Now, when we had you here the first time, I'd already had the similar mindset of like what you were already kind of preaching, but then the thing that was great was like you kind of helped me shape more of a mindset about why I want to do this and like why I want to like incorporate with or like work with people here because it's like the way it is like bro everybody gets a chance like give everyone that's trying give them a chance because like fuck it like they might make it you might make it but work bro just do your shit and that's I think Houston's working towards a really good like understanding of that. Like,
yeah, I mean, going out to other states and stuff and shit like that. You see, like Houston it doesn't have a spear.
Yeah,
it doesn't have somebody like
exactly
grabbing it and taking it to a whole nother level.
Yeah,
like, you got people in like Chicago.
Pimp C really tried.
Yeah, he tried, but he passed away.
He was trying to write the Constitution.
That's why I'm like. modeling everything about.
Yeah.
You saying about Chicago?
I was just saying like they have like a flow of artists.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
It's like it's never a new artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I discovered like 3 artists: Drizzy, Smino, and a few more. Like Mick Jenkins from Chicago.
Yeah.
Alex Wiley's from Chicago.
Okay.
Then you got Chance, and then you got
You got the big names. But is Saba from Chicago?
He stayed in Chicago.
Okay, I got you.
But Smino's not from Chicago. He's from St. Louis, but he blew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Chicago.
But I see what you're they've got the lanes to go through.
Yeah.
And right now Houston's building that with a lot of different ones. So
I'm trying to be one of those like.
Do it, bro. And you got the ability.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And you've got the drive for sure too. Like it's good that you just see yourself wanting to do that as opposed to where you're like you might already accidentally end up in that position. You're like, oh well, I don't want to be the role model.
I used to like people, man, but I came to a realization like it's like one life. You know, why not put everybody on?
You say you usually don't like people.
Yeah.
If a fan sees you in the streets, how should they approach you?
Shit, you can jump on me. No, I'm just playing.
Don't jump on 7.
I've been recognized.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like how should they come up to you? Like what's the wrong and the right?
No. Anyway, it's cool because I'm so happy that you recognize me. I'm like, oh shit, you know who I am.
You're 7. I'm 7.
I'm like, oh shit, wait.
I am 7.
That's not. Oh yeah. But like I've got recognized going to Whole Foods. One of the cashiers.
Nice.
He was like, hey man, I know who you is. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Oh shit, dope. He gave me his SoundCloud link and everything.
There it is. Hey, and then my homie just hooked you up with the lemon pepper wet.
Yeah, shit. He didn't give me a discount. That's kind of upset. But
that's Whole Foods, bro.
Whole Foods.
But he's telling everyone that he met you.
Yeah, he did. Probably did. I've been recognized at work, but I'm at work, so I have to play it off.
There you go.
I'm not at work. I'm just behind here.
You're working, but you're not at work.
I'm not at work.
Yeah.
I'm just famous enough to stay behind here.
So is this not the end? Is this the end, or do you have another entry in mind for the Sunday series?
There's more.
There's more, just not currently.
Like for people like day ones.
Yeah.
So like I can go like Future. He dropped like a lot of shit that was nobody heard of.
Yeah.
But when he said he coming out with part 3, like Purple Sprite, everybody's saying they heard of it. They really ain't heard of it.
Yeah.
But
they ain't come up on that.
Yeah. That's what I want to do.
I got you. Something like next Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
I think and that's why
for you to
your next will Moving Mountains, right?
Moving Mountains. Yeah.
There we go. What did you call it earlier?
I called it Mountain Man.
You told me not. You told me to call you out specifically on the podcast.
I know. But am I wrong here? Did you not tweet recently to call you the Mountain Man?
Yeah, AKA.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all leading up to that.
I wasn't just being ignorant. All right, I actually had some in mind.
Said it with
I just
confidence.
fucked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moving Mountains.
Yeah, Moving Mountains.
It's just like symbolizes like me traveling all the time.
Yeah. And you actually catch a vibe of that like in your lyrics and shit in the new some of the new stuff you were showing us. So
thank you.
I like that.
I'm happy that the plan is going by.
Yeah.
Like how I want it to go.
You had a plan and executed with precision.
That's that's part of it.
That's me being corny, bro.
Nah, man, that's
a lyric for y'all if you didn't know.
This is the first time you heard 7. That was a good one.
Thank you for incorporating.
I'll give you that, Horvath. You're usually a corny guy, but that was
Thanks,
that was a good one.
I think if people like listen to some of the shit that I say, it's like crazy.
No, you're not wrong.
Like if I were to break down like the second verse behind a lot of that shit, people didn't get.
Break it down.
Like I said, I can't do Ride by You if you're not my kin. I was actually like Ride You and Ken from Street Fighter.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
So I can't do Right by You if you're not my kin, but I can't be your homie if you're not. You see?
Yeah.
This man's deep.
Get deeper into behind, man.
Let me see. I gotta
pull out the notes.
I want to go word by word.
He's got his own rap genius in his notepad.
It's gonna be really fast. I just want to explain some of the lyrics.
Yeah, no.
Please do. That's perfect.
Excuse me, guys.
It's funny too because like when I'm listening like at work or stuff like that, and there's lines like that. Sometimes like as a rap or as just a music listener, you hear lines like that, and you're like you make it up. Like, is that what he meant? You know?
Yeah. Sometimes you want to get the chance to ask.
Yeah.
We get the chance to ask sometimes. I love that.
Chance to ask. Like, did they mean this, or am I just imagining it? You know, like, am I just putting words together that if I was a rapper, maybe I would put together?
Yeah. And then I remember I ain't got bars.
I don't have bars like I got a solid 5, but that's about it.
I'll give you 2 bars right off the top, and then
Bro,
I lose it.
See, he's mad because I killed him in the freestyle. That's about it. I killed him in the freestyle.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're about to chug.
Yeah, I will chug that skill reserve, motherfucker.
I got you.
Guys. I'm too high to even like try
It's
to. It's
all right, bro. We're not gonna be mad at you for smoking some dough.
Thank you, man.
We like to get our guests comfortable.
No, he came here he came here high.
I knew that I did come here high, but
he came here high. I saw him in the elevator and he acted like he'd never been in there before. I was like, motherfucker,
hey, y'all sell shirts?
You did.
Nah, that's a whole nother.
We didn't just put that in.
That's 2 elevators.
Okay.
Y'all got one right here. And then
Nah.
I never been in that.
You're tripping.
What? That was that one? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
no, it's the same one.
Damn, bro. All right, well, can the people be on the lookout
My
for any?
bad, guys.
Oh shit,
That Slim K, yeah,
The
no, we're
Slim
not
K
gonna
9000
forget about
this
that Slim K,
I was
yeah.
gonna ask if they could be on the lookout for more music, and I forgot the presents are on the way.
Yeah, Slim K, he chopped and screwed. 9,000%.
You let us hear that too, man. I like the song by itself, and then there's some songs where I hear them chopped and screwed. I'm like, yeah, I get why they did that.
Yeah.
Nah, like whenever you hear that chopped and screwed, you hear some of those lyrics, and you're like, God damn, this is H-Town. Like,
Yeah, it's I had to root it in H-Town, but I like it chopped and screwed because you can hear what I'm saying.
yes,
Just like I just discovered a Leah song. Tell me there's somebody. That song's about a one night stand.
okay,
And I learned that from listening to Chop and Screwed.
really, okay.
Because the shit she's saying, she's like, think about it. So, like, because I'm not somebody. Tell me that. Yeah, it's like she's nasty.
saying,
I
I'm here
just
for
put
the
that
night.
together, yeah.
I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky.
Damn, bro. R.I.P. R.I.P. Aaliyah.
Oh man, so you're about to put me in a trance. I love Aaliyah.
When you listen to Chop and Screw, all I'm saying is when you listen to Chop and Screw, you can understand the meaning of the song.
I like it.
Yeah.
It just belongs. That's for sure.
So when people listen to 9,000 Chop and Screw, they can hear more what I'm saying.
yeah. I got you, Carlos. You look like you had a question.
Yeah, before we head out, I have to ask you this because it's one of my favorite songs on the mixtape. Is it DD song?
Mm-hmm.
Where the lyrical content is beautiful. If you're a woman, you should hear
Thank
it.
you.
If you're a man that's like a fuck boy, you should hear it because
I got a message for those guys. I was gonna save it for my tape, so I don't know if I can say it on here. But
you
we
can say
do
whatever
it
you know. You can
after.
say whatever the
If you
fuck
like.
you want.
Yeah,
I promise you.
Afterwards.
Afterwards.
I got something for
But
you.
if you're a fuck boy,
State of the Union to the fuck boys.
Yeah.
it's a beautiful song. It's like the lyrical content is great, and then like you don't really get into like the message until near the end, and then you hit him with another verse. Like go ahead. You can explain it better than I can.
Well, when I was staying in LA, it was a time where like I got homeless because I got like, but I was still working with like a record label, so I was trying to figure out like life and shit like that. But I ended up meeting this girl named Denisha Harden. She's from Houston. I met her through a mutual friend, and she's like an actress.
Yeah.
But she was like, I've been in your position. You can stay on my couch. So I would pay her like $100 a week to stay on her couch.
Yeah.
But she was looking out for me. She was like cooking and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was dope. So
Yeah.
I never had an experience where somebody just like
Genuine.
took care.
Just did it for you just to do it.
without nothing in return. You know what I'm saying? At first she didn't ask me to pay, but I was like, I can't sleep on your couch without paying you.
In good
So,
faith. Yeah.
So I paid her, and then that's where song come from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Beautiful fucking song, man.
Yes.
thank you.
Bro. it speaks on several different matters, but then like there's a part where you're like there's those memes that like are dark skin versus light skin, and you just hit on that perfect. You're like, you see your dark skinned sisters out here getting hit, like or not hit,
the
but
same-
By the same,
yeah.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, we were about to say the same thing. By the same guys that are praising you, like.
By the same guys that's praise you. That's crazy.
It's
right?
a great message, man.
It
And
is,
you don't
yeah.
see people taking those stances like that.
Hey man,
And
I got a dark skinned family. I got dark skinned mom. I got dark skin. Well, my mom's not that dark skinned, but she's darker than me. I got cousins, little brothers.
Yeah.
I got a little brother that's like pitch dark.
Yeah.
So it's like
Under the bed dark.
Yeah, he's dark. It's like, God damn, nigga, you dark as fuck.
Yeah.
You got when you grow up next to that type of shit and you see what they going through and shit, you be like, damn, how would I look being negative towards that?
Yeah.
Like gay people, I got 2 gay cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if I were to go against that, I'd be disloyal to like
Yeah.
my family.
Because-
That's why I can't be racist or I can't be like sexist. It's
That's
against
such a
my
waste
nature.
of time.
Yeah, exactly.
And a waste of like
Cause you gotta think it's like
care.
it's little kids that don't even get cancer and don't even see past like 5.
yeah.
But you're like wasting your life being racist.
hating on something that you don't understand.
You have to understand.
Yeah.
It's like a
100.
miscommunication in your brain. You're a fucking idiot. That's what it's really a level of insanity. Yeah. They just need to get helped, but most people don't help them because
a lot of people are too busy figuring themselves out, and like help can come literally in the sense of a little bit of education.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've reflected on my life before. I'm like, I really don't have any. I don't hold anything against anybody that's not like me, just because I grew up around so many different types of people. Yeah, I know the good versions of everybody, and I know the terrible versions of everybody. So it's like that's just the human nature. Like that's not just.
Exactly. Most people are just idiots. It's basic
level
thinking.
Knowledge.
Yeah, it's morons. Like my African people say, "You are a moron. You are an idiot."
Bro, and also that Didi's that certain part reminded me of the conversation we had about Kelly rolling over Beyonce.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be some shit Seven would be on. Now I think about it, like this makes 100% sense.
Miss Kelly rolling. Hey.
Beyonce, still please sign him.
Yeah, Beyonce. I think that's the only person who could but I met her dad like too many times.
Yeah.
He's a pimp player.
You've met him. You have to hit him 10 times. Meet him 10 times.
Pimp player. I don't know if I should say that on camera, but
he's a smooth criminal.
He got the juice.
I got the juice.
Nice.
Real quick, speaking of juice, you were talking about Bill Gates. You said you and him you could be homies.
Yeah, man. I think I can hang out with Bill Gates. I get him like a whole grill and everything.
A whole grill.
Or put him in like a slab or something. That'd be dope.
Just put him on game real quick.
Like a Microsoft commercial. We're in slabs.
Nice.
Going through
switches.
the computers and shit.
Yeah.
It'd be dope. But yeah, I can see myself being friends like Marcus Zimmer or something, the one who made Facebook or Twitter.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg. I can see myself being cool with him. I want to be cool with like extravagant people.
Yeah.
Like a prince.
Shit, so do I.
Dope shit.
Yeah, like a prince in Arabia or something.
Yeah. We're not on the same career path, but me too.
Yeah, man.
Right. We'll find
we can hang together. We're going to meet each other at one of their parties.
Yeah.
Hey,
7?
I'm actually going by $sign now, but
capital S. Please,
I'm 8
please.
now.
Yeah. I evolved.
I leveled up. That's fucking great.
7, where can the people catch you on all the social media?
Instagram, Twitter, SVN Music _ or I got a website. 7music.com, svnmusic.com. Yeah, just find me anywhere.
You got anything to say to the people before you head out? Sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
What you just gonna say first?
I was just gonna say you're on everything. SoundCloud, Tidal, Apple Music.
That made me happy you were on Tidal.
Thank you. I'm happy I'm on Tidal.
If you need it, it's there.
Yeah.
Hey. But no, go ahead. Do your plug. Yeah, go ahead. You were about to say something. Yeah.
I have a message. What we were talking about,
hi bastard. That's why I want to talk first.
We were talking about fuck guys, right?
Fuck like boys. Yeah. Fuck boys.
Yeah, man. So it's like a new craze. Where if you get rejected, you act like an idiot. Yeah. I don't think you should do that. Yeah. I don't think that's appropriate. Because my mom's a woman.
Yeah.
And if she ever came home, of course she's a woman, she's my mom. But if she ever came home and told me somebody acted the way that you acted towards a woman, it'd be bad. You know, I'd be sleeping in your trash can, waiting on you type of shit. Oh,
you good.
My bad. But yeah, that's what I would be doing. So please stop it.
Stop it. These are women,
it's
man.
Not worth it.
They literally make the world go round.
Exactly.
These women make the world go around, and y'all are over here being fuckboys.
It's only a certain, you only get a batch of women in your life. You only get to meet a certain amount. So
that are worth a damn.
Yeah, have fun.
Make it worth it.
Stop being an idiot, man. Because that other shit gonna get you hurt. Literally. It's not even
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm not even playing about it. It's you're gonna be in bad shape.
A lot of chicks got that older brother.
Yeah, if I had a daughter. What?
Yeah. That's a whole different conversation.
My daughter, I swear to God.
I don't want to get into the daughter conversation.
So we just
guys,
leave it at that.
We had Elise from Axelrad. We got 7. That's second Sunday. That tape, you need to hear it. He's gonna come out with that Moving Mountains. I can't wait to hear that motherfucker.
It's gonna be a wave.
SouthsideCollection.com. We got the hats, we got the shirts, we got everything.
We're taking next week off for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
The next time you see us, we'll be on Facebook Live.
And I think I'll be shaved by then because I'm at a wedding this weekend.
True.
Yeah.
I'll shave in November.
Oh damn it. I gotta call my friend then and explain it to her because I'm 7 told me I can't shave. You put me on blast. I have to, man. I'm in a wedding.